Off-page optimization. All right, this is the stuff going on other sites pointing back to your site, or on your site. Well, no, not even on your site. This is off your site coming back to your site. All right, but we're going to kind of talk about what's on your site pointing off of your site as well. All right, so we're going to look at that here. So this is the stuff ultimately that is not on your website. It's much more difficult to deal with, but you want to avoid getting caught up by these things. So playing by the rules to begin with makes you a penguin pounder right off the bat. All right, now you may have to fix some of this stuff to get back in the good rankings, and so that the animals don't want to eat you. But I'm going to show you exactly what that is. The external link patterns that you set up can kill your sites, and it is what killed many of the sites that lost their position in the search engines. So how do you avoid the off-page penalties? Like I said, this is more difficult, but you update links from your site to other sites using the 40-40-20 ratio. You remember that. We have that in here. Remember that? The 40-40-20 back here. We had these three different types of links. You can see them again right here. This same exact ratio, same exact types of links applies to things going off your site and to sites coming back to you. Okay, so you want to eliminate, you want to get that ratio right, or remember, it's a guideline, not exact. It's a guideline. I'll express my frustration right now. It's a guideline, damn it. And you also want to eliminate the bad or irrelevant links. So the links on your site to sites not yours, eliminate them. The bad ones, the broken ones, get rid of them, kill them. And the ones that go into irrelevant places that you do want follow, that are do follow, but you really don't need them there, eliminate them. All right, get rid of them. Incoming links. This is much more difficult to fix, but you got to fix the ones that you can. So particularly things you like, if you do forum posting and stuff like that, well, you can fix those. You just go in there. If you do forums, then you know how to fix it. So go in there and apply the ratio to your forum linking. If you post to the major article directories, you can also go in there and apply those ratios to the links back to your site and your authors box in places like e-zine articles. Okay, just go in there and change it. They will unpost your article and then repost it for you. Then also change the anchor text, or I guess that's what I'm talking about altogether. You want to change the anchor text in all of these things to the ratios we've already talked about, the 40-40-20. Remember, it's a guideline. I think I've said that 100 times. Maybe it's not enough. I don't know. But let's get going. All right, we want to eliminate links from de-indexed sites. That's sites that are no longer in the search engine index. So how do you know that? Well, Google gives you a way to do that. All the search engines do. You just, whatever that site URL is, without any extra, none of it, no forward slash and a bunch of other gobbledygook, just the main URL. You just type it just like you see there. All right, there are no spaces. All right, that's not a mistake. There are no spaces. Site:/http / and the URL without any other page extensions or anything like that. Put that in the search window, hit enter, and you will get a result that looks something just like you're about to see here. Now I just made up a URL to make this image because I wasn't going to try to find real sites that were de-indexed. That's actually could be difficult, but the page will look like this. If a site has been de-indexed but it's a real site, it will give you a result that looks something like this. Okay? All right, so remove links from low quality syndication sites. So in layer traffic, I show you some quality places to syndicate with, but there's tons of other syndication places, and you may have used some of them, and they syndicate all kinds of places. And if you can, you want to remove as many of those links as possible. They will never be counted except against you, and so you want to get rid of them if you can do that. All right, so like I said, in layer traffic, you're taught a couple good ways to do it, but we want to. You may have used some in an existing site that really will crush you. So however, there are more syndication sites than any one person could possibly know about. So I'm not even going to attempt to tell you what they are. I might be able to think of a couple, but that's that wouldn't even come close to be. People would use whatever I say to say, well, you only said those two. Well, I'm telling you, there's lots of them. So take a look at where you're syndicated from, whether these sites are truly relevant, and remove as many of those links as possible. The top article directories are a place that you do want to syndicate to, so don't remove from there. Just apply, like I already mentioned, the ratio of linking from those directories back to your site. And don't do this. Don't stop building links. If you want to be a penguin pounder and stop the animals from eating up your site, then no matter what, do not stop building links. If you were doing a link building process, you need to continue some link building process. Do not stop doing that, because you will be recognized by the search engines as having stopped doing that, and that can quickly get you even further penalized, set back. So don't do that. Simply replace the low quality links with higher quality and employ the 40-40-20 rule, okay? And then in the articles and things you syndicate, be sure to balance the ratios and be sure you're sending to quality sites where you would actually want your link coming back from. You can check your link ratios here. This is a tool created by the Market Samurai people. If you have a paid version of Market Samurai, then the tool itself is free, but you need a paid function in Market Samurai to make this happen. Otherwise, you will have to collect up these links manually and figure out the ratios manually. But you would use the process that I'm going to show you a video that you at the end here that you can use to. It shows a process for building these logging these links so that you can do that ratio. They apply it to, it's because it's done by Market Samurai, they apply it to being able to use their free tool. However, you could do the same process simply by putting the links into a spreadsheet and accomplishing the same thing. All right, so now here comes the real pain. How do you get rid of them? Well, manually, that's it. You have to contact the website owners and ask them to remove them. You can look up website owners by using the whois.net, typing in the URL, and it will display the owners. You want to contact the technical contact normally to have this done, and ask them to remove your links. In some cases, it may not be possible because they've completely obscured the information, or the information is just wrong, or they just won't respond to you. And there's really nothing you can do, but you need to try. Most of the people probably will remove the link if you ask them to. You may want to outsource having this done. Maybe you know somebody with Market Samurai that can do it for you. Okay, that's a possibility. There's another place. There's a service that specifically does this, removeem.com, and it has a self-service thing, and like $150 self-service, and then it has the full service options where they do it all for you. It's expensive, but if you're running a large site that was making lots of money, then it's well worth the value to get those pages back up in the search engine rankings and to have them do this for you. All right? Or you can go look to any of the outsourcing sites and put in a request to hire someone yourself. Well, yeah, but get it, do it. And if you had a site and lost ranking, and you had lots of external links, it's very likely that this link problem is causing your problem. So you're going to have to clean it up to get it back. You can get it back, but you're going to have to clean it up. If you're brand new in layer traffic, then you haven't done this yet. So just don't create all the junk links, and you won't have a problem. Maintaining a diverse link network is something I teach in layer traffic. This is key to this is a key element of keeping the rank position you have in making yourself a penguin pounder instead of penguin meat. You know, food for the penguins. We talk about, I think, 12 different link sources, or maybe more. I don't remember anymore, but it's a lot. And it's how I run my SEO business. I'm using diversified link sources from quality places, and that's how we get the top links for folks and don't get eaten by the penguins. We become penguin pounders. It's taught to you at least twice in the lessons in layer traffic if you're a layer traffic member, and of course it is the method I use in my Think Big and Grow Media SEO packages. Always staying diverse has always made me smell like perfume to penguins instead of smell like dinner. So that's you know, it's easier said than done sometimes, but sites can be fixed, and I just told you how to do it. Do not use PageRank as a determining factor in inbound links. I don't care what they're telling you in forums. They're wrong if they're telling you to use PageRank, all right? They're absolutely emphatically wrong, and do not do that. It is not natural for all of your pages to be coming from pages of like all higher than 3 or all higher than 4 or higher or something like that. That will get you marked as trying to trick the search engines, all right? They need to include page ranks of all page ranks. So just be natural with it. Don't worry about the page rank, and then you will get a very good mix of backlinks that where the page rank doesn't get you killed, but maintain the 40-40-20 rule of thumb, okay? It's a guideline, right? What is it? A guideline. All right. And sure, you know what your third-party SEO service is doing, all right? If they won't tell you, then maybe you don't want that third-party SEO service anymore. I make it crystal clear in Think Big and Grow Media exactly what I'm doing, and I provide full reporting to all of my clients, so there's no doubt where the links are coming from and exactly what I'm doing, all right? So if your third-party service won't do that for you, you might want to change who you're doing it with. Submit when you have all these things done. If you're fixing a site and it's all done, submit a reconsideration to Google. You do this through the webmaster tools, and your webmaster should be able to do this if they're using the tools. They should be. And if you're doing your own webmastering, then that you just go in there and do it. There's a place in there that allows you to resubmit your site for reconsideration. All right. Now that won't get done instantly, of course. Google will take their time, but it's not going to happen if you don't do the submission. It'll take even longer if you don't do the submission, like never versus weeks. So I would go with the weeks option if I was you. All right. So there's more on the Google Penguins and how to beat it in a different framework, essentially the same content, but you can go here and watch this video from Market Samurai, which I already mentioned, but that's the link to it right there. And that will help you. If this wasn't thoroughly understandable, then watch the Market Samurai version of it as well and see if that clears it up. Plus they have a download of a guide at that video site that you can use, kind of a checklist. So and go ahead and download that. I'm also going to give you these slides, so you can use this as a checklist if you desire. All right. And if you would like to have done, well, first, if you'd like to check the status of your website, if you need a local rank check to see where you stand against your competition, you can use the free software I have and do that. And also, if you need to know how what your reputation online is in your marketplace, you can check your reputation at the second link, zagatReputationRepair.com. And you're welcome, if you want done for you services, where I do all of this stuff for you. You can go to thinkbigandgrowmedia.com and take a look at my done for you services, that I can take care of all of this for you through my business. All right, that's it. You guys are ready to be penguin pounders. Put it to work. Talk to you later.